when it reach to your home at the sensor side, that's your problem, not your problem. Most of the sensors are bulky, some is over 100 years old, and very difficult for an individual to install. Now, with our solution, which is using battery power, in some cases can last for 1 year, we claim that we can detect directly the poison gas, the fire, stove fire, the intruder, the behavior of the elderly, a lot of stuff that's directly related to your personal life. And the size is, in some cases, can be the size of a fingertip. And we already have many potential customers talking to us, and in some cases, we will be in mass production next year, early next year. Okay. Here's the photo of the sensor, Orbital 601. Now, in other words, this 601 allows you to cover detect most of the important parameters in your house. And the best part is that for young entrepreneur, you can buy this one and connect to the cloud, install it by yourself to your neighborhood, household, or create a group that allow the young people to do it by themselves. And amazingly, one of the most hot items is the SK61MD, which you can attach this one to a medicine bottle. If you forgot about taking medicine, this sensor will remind on your cell phone, say, hey, you forgot to take your medicine. And that's turned out to be the simplest application and the most popular one. Okay. Now, our sensor SK601 come up with a so-called GPIO, which means that you can connect to any RF platform you desire, like Bluetooth, 2.4 gigahertz, or even 900 megahertz, depending on your application. So that gives you a lot of flexibility to create your own IoT solution. Okay. Now, one of the things is that you connect this through a hub to the cloud and then to your cell phone about the status. If you're interested, we are located the first table. You can check it out after this talk. And some of the application we're using, this one is Orbital 6PD. It detects the position of a cube, which has a lot of application amazingly. Okay. One of the interesting applications that people use that to put on your pet collar. So if you're working outside, you know what your pet's doing inside. It's lying there all day, not moving, or it's very overexciting, jumping up and down and so on. Okay, that's one interesting application. And the other one is you're always traveling and worried about your luggage. You can put one in your luggage. If someone touch your luggage, that will trigger this alarm. And this one is more importantly, is put on the ceiling looking down, detecting an elderly time moving in or out of the bathroom. Now, if he sees or him staying in the bathroom for too long, that means something's wrong. We'll warn you. The best part about this sensor is that it will not detect details. Suppose you're naked. That's okay, because our sensor is detecting the shape of a figure, not the details. So even if the hacker comes in, take out the whole information, that's okay. Your privacy is preserved. That's very important in household applications. And water and the poison gas, on I can talk to you because the time's limited there. If anybody is interested, I'll be glad to talk to you later on. Thank you for your time.
Dr. Huang mentioned what Alpha Plus semiconductor can provide is the core component, the critical component of IoT devices, the IoT equipment. Because when I was I used to provide a course to Taiwan National University of Science and Technology on service design. that is smart product service design and innovation. So in that course, we find that sensor is the most difficult part when you want to design a product together with the services later on. So, Alpha Plus Semiconductor actually provides this critical part to partner with the other service provider to realize the whole product design development. So that is very, very, very key, very critical. So later on, please approach Dr. Huang for further information about what their sensor can support your startup or your product in order to be able to provide the expected, the anticipated service in the most smoothly way. Okay. Okay. The third speaker, I would like to once again invite Ray to give you the very quick idea what MultiNet can provide. Actually, many stakeholders in the whole supply chain of IoT prototyping partnering with MultiNet as a, how do I say that, a group of service provisioning. Okay, Ray, the floor is yours.
Good afternoon, everyone. It's my pleasure to brief MultiNet again this afternoon. So MultiNet is announced like a magnet. So we are just like a magnet to attract more and more innovation idea to our net. So a little bit about the Mike Group. So we start our business in 1986. So it's 30 years ago. And initially, we run the business with the Acer Group. So, like the Wistron from the Acer is also one of our major customers as well. And in 1986, we moved to China and as a partner with Wistron as well. And in 2008, we started to focus on the business, the overseas business, and set up the additional facility in Taiwan is mainly for the optical business. And 2016, we set up the MultiNet as a brand new service in our group, and we set up the R&D and marketing team located in Tsinghua University, the new incubator, which is top 3 of the Taiwanese university. And last year we had a new office in Taipei, and this year we also set up a new office in Tainan. So currently we have about 200 people in Taiwan and 4 facilities in office, and additional 2 facilities in Dongguan City is about 100 people. So compared to Wistron, we are really smaller size. What we do and what the marketing share we have is we focus on the overseas business like the Europe, and 38% from Europe. 31% from Europe, 41% from Europe, and 30% from the North America, and the rest of from the Asia. And a story is a very good case study from our end is Ubiquiti. This is a pure start business. They start their business from the 2005, and we cooperated with this company, Ubiquiti, to do the wireless module for them. But within 6 years, he becomes the IPO company in NASDAQ, and he's definitely a unicorn for the hardware. And when they IPO, the market value is $3 billion, and currently they're still our top 3 of the customer. And the founder, Robert Pera, becomes the youngest billionaire in the world in 2014. So it's a very, very successful story. And after that, we are thinking how to have more unicorn customers like this. So it's the founder, Robert Pera, is from Apple, and he also is the owner of Memphis Griffin, is the NBA team. And so it's a service which I just mentioned. if you are a startup, there are many things you need to do. So except for your own team, what you can leverage is the supply chain. So to find the good partner is very important. So what we are focused on is actually the IoT-based structure and the device. So what we do for the IoT is we do have our own development kits. So we do have show in booth here, in the desk here, so you can see some sample. So they are the Membo, they are micro-based, and there are different kind of wireless module, like CFOS, like LoRa, like MBLT, and also plus Bluetooth and Wi-Fi. So you can choose what you want for the bridge, we call the wireless bridge. And you can also choose a different kind of sensor, like accelerometer, 3X or CX, air quality GPS sensor, PM 2.5 sensor, GPS sensor like this. And you can also select the power, different kind of power solution like the energy harvesting or renewable energy like solar panel. And most importantly, because the IoT, you need a cloud service. So we also connect the different kind of cloud like MediaTek, like AWS, and Vice President from the Advantech, and Azure is from Microsoft. So you can use the development kits and to build up your prototype very quick. And one of the protocol you can use is Arduino, and we totally open the Arduino source code to our customer. So we can also do the mechanical design, and also one of the major partners, Witron, they do the medical waterproof design for us. And this is a software demo, so you can see we use a CFOS codec, and they can send a different kind of like a temperature, humidity, and PM 2.5, PM 1.5. So different kind of sensor solution. You can use the free demo code to your customer, and you can build up your sample very quick. So in Tsinghua University, what we offer is a lab. So in this lab, we have 3D printer, laser cutter, and small CNC, and some of desktop, and a lot of electronic tools. So our team and our portfolio can really use this tool for free to build out their sample. And in the first floor in Tsinghua University, we also have a demo room. So you can demo your product here, and you can also do the speech or demo show here, and we can also support the live streaming demo for your product. So this is our office in Taipei. So we have a small lab here, and there's a co-working space, and we have our PM and R&D team as a consultant here. And in Tainan, we have a project office in Nanke. So we have more and more facility like the 3D printer, like a 3X CNC in Tainan. And in the future, next year, we will also set up a new office in New Taipei City's Star Terminus. So I think this is a very important site because this site is really attract the overseas business, like because they are only 30 minutes from the airport and 20 minutes by the light train. It's a very convenient place. And this is our manufacturing and the supply chain manager. So more important is we have a lot of majorly for three things. For how we start, there are three major key we need to achieve. The first is the best idea. So innovation, the right innovation. If the innovation is right, the investment will come in. And even you don't know, you don't have the enough accelerator will be helpful for the innovation. So first of all, innovation is correct. And secondary will be the, we call the development and manufacturing and supply chain management. And the next one will be the sales channel, crowdfunding, and public promotion. So without any of these three keys, you don't have ever success in your project. So we are trying to connect more and more the ecosystem here. So we have the different kind of partnership here in the innovation and the investment partner, and also the crowdfunding and the promotion partner here. So through these 3 years, we have many startup customers we already have going with. So we found that there are 3 major fields very interesting in the IoT and B2B business. The first one it will be the smart logistics, and the secondary will be the smart health, and the next one will be the smart factory, and the last will be smart agriculture. So we also service the staff from the different kind of country like the Singapore, Australia, Germany, North America, and even Mexico. So Ubiquiti is a very good story I just mentioned. And CPaaS, we expect they will be the next unicorn because they are from France and their market value is over 10 billion already. And we are the major design and manufacturing partner in Taiwan and cooperating with the local operation called Unabis. And TempHawk is a temperature humidity sensor, is for smart culture and smart feeding system. And FlexWave is a startup. They are focused on solar panel and renewable power solution. And Entucom, they are the smart retail solution. And Dog and Bone is from Australia. They are focused on smart locker and security solution. And we also do a reference design for sharing bike that including the locker for sharing bike, and it combines the CPaaS, Bluetooth, and GPS checker inside of the locker. And Checkmo is a Taiwanese. They use Bluetooth 5.0 as a checker. They also focus on the B2B to the Japanese marketing. And Woohoo is from Singapore. They are doing the air quality detector. Ziku is from Japan. They do the high-speed gesture solution, and they also invest by the Intel Capital. Airmobile is from Taiwan. They do the AI drone and with the NVIDIA solution. And Planet Traveler, they do the smart suitcase. And Elkima is a Taiwanese team. We cooperate with Wistron. Wistron responsible for all the mechanical and the tuning, and we are responsible for the electronic design and the PCB assembly inside. And Nextionite from Mexico, they do the smart clothing for the VR and AR gaming solution. So Mobileye is from Israel. They do the ADAS solution, and we do the accessory design with them. So afterward, some of the picture we bring the star to link to our supply chain and our factory, and we also invite a lot of different kind of star to understanding the process of the factory, to understanding how to design and manufacture in a real facility. So we also allow them to do the interview if they are going to do the promotion and so on. So there are many events. If you are interested in more our activity and to understand what our kind of our service, please go for our Facebook fan page. You can find more information, and there will be some of the showcases to show what the real product we do for our customers. Thank you very much.
Yeah. He said that MightyNet wants to be a magnet, attracting all kinds of innovation in IoT especially. In the morning, the speech and the panel session, many, for example, Mr. Gilbert Wu mentioned that the service provider like MightyNet can play a role as product manager, because IoT product, not like any other general product without sensor, without smart capability. IoT product is more complex. You need to go through the design part, engineering part, production or prototyping production part. So this long journey of IoT prototyping life cycle needs to have various kinds of project management. So you need to have a single product manager to collaborate, to coordinate, and to integrate these different stages. So that is why providers like MightyNet can play that kind of role. The best thing is that they also collaborate with other manufacturers like Wistron, like Kista. So as a whole ecosystem, that's what Taiwan can provide. Okay, so as Ray said, that if you are interested in what kind of whole life cycle they can provide, you simply go approach Ray later on. Okay, then I would like to invite Kista Corporation. Kista. Eh? Oh yeah, here. Yeah. So would you like to come up to the stage? Oh yeah, Lily. Yeah, okay. She's ready for you. Introduction.
Afternoon, guys. So, I understand that most of you are actually from different parts of the world. So, firstly, welcome to Taiwan. Hopefully, you enjoy the Taiwanese cuisine and also our famous night market. So, my job here in the next 10 minutes is actually to take you through and get a bit of understanding, a snapshot of what Kista Group is all about. Kista Group is actually a pretty significantly sized group, and my next slide would actually show you just an idea of how big we actually are. What you guys may actually know in terms of branding is BenQ. So BenQ is a brand that a lot of you are aware of, and BenQ is actually a subsidiary of Kista Group. So within the Kista Group, we do actually have electronic branding. We have areas that covers medical type of solution and medical type of hardware. We have solution within dental, hearing, artificial dialysis. We even have our own hospital. And also in terms of manufacturing, Kista Group started as a manufacturer. So when it comes to a manufacturer, we have decades of experience when it comes to manufacturing. When it comes to consumer electronics, we've also got decades of experience on that. And also in terms of other parts of IoT requirements, we also are we're in terms of our cooperation, AUO is also closely strategically aligned with us. And AUO is the second largest LCD panel maker, as most of you might know. But today, my focus is going to be on the top right-hand corner. Let me just get the magic pointer here. So this is Business Solutions Group. This is where we're from. And within Business Solutions Group is what you guys are closely linked. So we're looking at prototyping for IoT type of solution. And in terms of Business Solutions Group, we do not actually deal with consumer electronics type of stuff. We deal with pure B2B type of solution. And within BSG, we have areas that covers total solution, which is BBS here. We have areas that are specifically focused around POS machines and POS software and also POS systems. And we've got areas that actually focus around software, enterprise type of software, which is, you may not be reading that, is called BenQ Guru. Today, what I've got here with me is a very important part of our Business Solutions Group, DFI. So I've got my colleagues sitting at the back there. You guys will be meeting you guys after the session. So DFI is a very significant player globally when it comes to industrial PC, but that's not it. But I guess industrial PC is worth highlighting is because IPC as IC is going to be, and continue going to be a very important part of IoT solution. and what I would call it the brain of IoT solution. Doesn't matter what kind of solution that you guys are actually doing or prototyping, chances that you will need some sort of IPC to actually process what you're actually developing. And also, in terms of manufacturing and production, understand that you guys are all here to hear more about prototyping. And DFI is more than capable of actually supporting prototyping type of projects. And when it comes down to you're finished with prototyping, you are ready to actually manufacture, DFI can also do manufacturing and also Kista Corporation. We started off as a manufacturer, so we are very, very strong with decades of experience as a manufacturer. So this is a very busy slide, I understand. I'm not going to go through everything one by one, and I'm not going to bore you with 1,000 slides. I've actually only got 3 slides you'd be happy to hear. So in terms of this slide is what I would call a complete vertical integration. So within BenQ's Kista Group's BBS, we have 6 main what I call vertical focuses. So these 6 vertical focuses is what you'd see here on the left-hand column. So we focus around smart store, smart office, smart campus, smart factory, smart hospital, and smart transportation. So we've got a solution that sits across all these 6 different verticals. And I think within these 6 different verticals, you guys come from all different parts of the world, and you guys focus on all different types of solutions. I think within these 6 verticals, something has got to do with what you guys are doing. So I guess what I'm trying to say here, within our total vertical integration, we are absolutely here in a position to actually engage with you. Because if you just actually look at one vertical scenario here, smart store, when it comes down to smart display products, monitor, projector, and as I mentioned before, DFI, we've got panel PC, box PC, and also partner tech that provides pulse system. And also within BBS, we've got also different types of solution that covers like smart healthcare type of stuff, and also a smart factory type of system and hardware products. And also, it's worth mentioning that we're very closely aligned with some very important partners. ABB is the world's 2nd biggest robotic arms provider, and we are very, very closely aligned with ABB. So we're also here to offer any, I guess, requirements that you may have that's got to do with robotic automation, factory automation, or if you specifically want to actually develop a small manufacturing production line that you require to actually do some factory automation, we can do that as well. So, I think everybody kind of here talks about your pain points. I understand that you guys from all different parts of the world and you guys actually cover all different types of solutions. I'm not going to begin to say that I know and understand all your pain points. Obviously, dollars. I understand the biggest pain point of new starters is money. I'm going to come out right here and say I don't have a bag of money for you. I'm not here to give you a bag of money, but I can offer you the second best. Anything else that you're looking for. These are some of the pain points that I've actually experienced and also have actually talked about some new startup companies have experienced. So firstly, let's have a look. Competitiveness. You guys are basically looking for things that are competitive in terms of technology, edgy, and also competitive in pricing and the way that and speed that it can be manufactured. And also, you're probably looking for a one-stop shop because you don't want to actually split your energy and limited resource to actually look for different parts and different things everywhere. Also, economy of scale is one of the biggest pain points that new startup companies actually experience. And we are a massive manufacturer with lots of resources for you to leverage as a partner. Also, we are a very, very experienced manufacturer, as I mentioned before, with loads of resources. And also, one of the most important things that's worth mentioning, Kista Corp and Kista Group is a very reputable and committed company. So I think one of the main pain point that you guys would experience as a startup company is with limited resources, limited dollars. Sometimes you have to deal with like not the best, not the first of your list. You have to deal with partners not back with the second best. Sometimes you're dealing with partners that, in terms of commitment and reputation, may not be the best. But we are absolutely, in terms of that, we are world class. Also, we've got flexible channel strategies, so we're here to meet all different types of requirements. But we do actually have very, very strong R&D presence. And in terms of vertical integration, I'm not going to go in that further. I've already gone through that on the second slide. And in terms of solution, so when it comes to the Business Solutions Group, we already have an existing solutions ecosystem. And this ecosystem is actually here for you to actually partner with and for you to leverage. So we are in a position for you to actually co-work with, so we can actually allow you to leverage our resource and experience in the manufacturing sense, and also in terms of our solution ecosystem. So I'm here to actually just say that I welcome you guys to come and talk to us, come to the back, and I'm here to actually offer you some pain relief. So I look forward to speak to you guys. Thank you.
Thank you, Krista. Yeah, as this lady just shared with us, like Wistron, Krista is also one of our best manufacturers in ICT industry. And the best thing is that Krista has already for a long time history exploring other completely different domain like healthcare. So they even established hospital in mainland China, providing specialized healthcare professionalism from Taiwan to mainland China. And they started earning money as the manufacturers managing hospital. You can imagine what big jump they have already gone through. But like other speakers have already signify to you that one-stop service they all can provide. But what kind of one-stop service? Maybe different domain, industry domain, maybe a segment of the life cycle. So later on, please go to them, approach to them, and discuss with them further in more details. Okay. So next one, I would like to introduce you the CW Electronics. CW Electronics is also from manufacturing industry. Please.
跟陈书涵一样，陈书涵应该是我的晚辈。
That's alright.
这比较早期，我现在几乎没有在更新。我以为你跟，我以为他跟陈书涵是同年啊什么之类的，宣传照啊之类的，这么多年。所以很早期比较，那个比较多还宣传照，现在比较少。对啊。 市场在改变，没办法。台湾真的现在很难生存。
Good afternoon, everyone. We are the CW manufacturing company, and actually, our company size not very big. We're capital just only for 2.5 million, and we are based on the manufacturer, so we got an employee has 200 people. And our main service we do for the SSD, DRAM, and SIP IoT. And we began our IoT service relate about our SIP, because SIP will relate IoT development. The reason why some of the SoC, like the IC designer, sometimes will be take the long cost and high cost and spend a long longer time to decide all the expenses. And SIP we can do for the original IC design and combine other functions like controller function and logical function and MEMS. And relate about we just has the experience began with the SIP began in 2012 till now we do has this kind of experience has 5 years.
我要交财税，要带那个 logo 税号。
And overview our currently our situation. Our company is main service is for the SSD, and we do for the future want to design for the other IoT and SIP design till for 44%. Yeah. And our future, we will try to find our IoT product more and more till the compare our main service to 40 instead of our SSD demand. And like this, we can figure out our analysis between three of the capacity. One is R&D, testing, and service. And regarding for our company, we can compare with the packaging plan and solution provider. We can do for the one-stop solution on it. And this one is, I make a for example for this one. This is for our product for before we did for the customer. We did for the IoT box. And IoT box before the customer just give their concept, and they give us like the IC chip, and we use the way to get a low cost. I say use the SIM and combine the sum of the component and find a new solution to customer to get their product they want. And we also has some of the feedback from the other customer. They want to do like the concept from the shared care, and they mentioned they also have several of the partner, and they also doing like they want to do the IoT diaper for first, and then combine with the like the ecosystem. And we just help them to set up like the before the people say we can use the Bluetooth, and then we'll use bridge use like the LoRa MIoT, and after we slow with the internet and use the information and the cloud to share the order rebate to every people. And as we know, our company, we can do one stop for WorkNet, cloud, and system application at all. And I just want to point out our company for R&D department. We have the 20% on it, and we just separate software department and hardware department. And we can do for one self-order people to receive big data. And then we have several people with develop and calculation API, the data you use or not. Then help people to do the application design. Application design such like the iOS and Android. And hardware also we can do for the medical production and engineer section. And that is our end customer. You can see some customers from the Europe, USA, and China. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you, CW Electronics. So CW is another service provider. You have just said, heard. So Yifan, please go to their booth to discuss with them. Then last but not least, I would like to invite speakers to introduce themselves, which is Inos.
而且我不晓得他那么快就结束，这么快所以他那么快说，可是没有啊，所以还好我刚没有跟你继续聊天，不然我没有拍到本场，不好意思，先拍差不多了。
Hello everyone, I'm Dixon from Innos. We are a professional apps and cloud development team, where the daily goal is to design the hardware and software integration product of customers and to increase the output value. We can include we are including from multi-platform support, cross-in experience, and the transparent process and the hardware experience. We have a package service included product planning, RT development, firmware design, minimum production, and web or app development, cloud service, and UI UX design consultancy. Our core values have 3 points. First, prototype produce and quick verification. Second is minimum producer. And the third, IoT integration technology. In our IoT service, ships from these two branding to produce an IoT module for your product. Through the router or apps connection to the apps, a connection to the cloud. Your product will have any benefit when you have found us. For example, cost-effective IoT and perfect integration. Our IoT progress has 4 steps. In step 1, we will provide a product requirement document, like PCB or firmware stuff. In the step 2, produce the product prototype, something like firmware, software, or cloud. We will have 3 parts in step 3. In step 3, we will have engineer, design, or producer. The last step, we will let the product. In the last step, we will let the product mass production. And now, let me introduce introduce you our sample case. The first one is smart home. We can provide the most IoT service and technology. And next, the Industrial 4.0. Our IoT service can improve your product production line. It is expected to create 0 standby production line. For instance, monitoring online, the admin can master the on-site production status online at any time and correct all kinds of information in the production line. In the end, I want to say one thing. Innos is committed to allow users enjoy the community of technology with the most relaxed and enjoy. Thank you.
Okay, thank you, Innos. Innos is quite special because originally they were only software company providing web, how do I say that, web development, portal development, and so on. But then they into the firmware and hardware development. So now to provide so-called one-stop shopping service for prototyping. And you may notice that Innos you can say that although they are quite small, but they also can collaborate with other service providers to be an integrator. So after several speeches in introduction to our respective companies, notice that in Taiwan, people, specialized people, to coordinate different resources in this whole life cycle. That is the key for to provide, to be of help to our global service startups. Some other companies who do the stage, but they have already introduced their services in the morning. For example, RapperQ is a complex company in terms of service or resources they can provide, including ventures, the fund, including the consultancy to business development, including the consultancy to business design, service, service design, based on the hardware to provide the adjacent service to attach to the product, so they can provide the consultancy. So, and also the marketing, go-to-market business development. So that is also another type of one-stop shop service. So you may also approach RapperQ to have more detailed information from them. And then we have Taiwan Need. Here is the Taiwan. Taiwan Need is, at the moment, they are the only mock-up provider or model provider in this room. So they collaborate with other stakeholders in the whole supply chain from the production point of view. Then, so for the mechanical part, they are the key service provider. So you also please go to Bowie to find out how they can be of help to you. So afterwards, you are free, you are urged to go to each table to discuss with them. And please remember to give your name card so that, and also exchange name card with them, so you can keep communicating with each other afterwards. Okay, the time is yours, the floor is open, so please network from now on. Thank you very much. Thank you. And we foreign guests coming in, so yeah, keep communicating with each other, okay?